Cheers guys, welcome back to some War Thunder video. It's next video from the Where to Shoot series, and this time I have to be honest with you. You gave me a pretty tricky task to do. You wanted me to record where to shoot the T-34-85 with D-5T gun, and I have to say it is pretty hard, and this one won't be so much about where to shoot to get 100% kill, but where to shoot to get the best chance to killing. Because I found out that killing this T-34-85 is not as easy as I thought, but not because it doesn't have weak spots on itself, but because the German guns that are playing against it are kinda weak, I think. In my opinion, T-34-85 with that gun should have a little higher bat rating, so it doesn't meet so many 75mm guns, and it meets more stronger guns, like for example 88 from Tiger. Also 75mm from Panther is much stronger than other 75s. So yeah, basically here you can see what tanks I've used to shoot at it. I used Tiger 1, Panther D, Hetzer, Panzer 4G and Panzer 470. It's tank destroyer. I haven't used Panzer 4H version because I haven't had enough space in here, and there is not such a huge difference between G and H gun, except the fact that H gun has higher penetration, so not much of a difference. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let's see how it went. Okay, so this time I kinda changed it. I won't place only a screenshot, but I'll actually show you where to shoot and why to shoot there. And basically, first two weak spots will be from the front, where it's probably the biggest problem to actually kill T-34-85. I found it interesting that for me personally it's harder to kill this beast than T-44s, which is kinda weird. So basically, first thing I want to show you is driver's hatch. It's this thing right here, and the tricky thing about this place is you need to aim really carefully, because if you hit it here you will bounce off, because you can see that effective thickness is almost 150mm thick, so it's not a really good place to shoot it. If you shoot too high, you will meet 79mm of armor, plus you will also meet this other 45mm of armor, which are sloped and have an effective thickness of 80mm. So where you wanna shoot is pretty much right into the optics, or into this spot in the middle of here. And that's because if you take a look from the side, you can see that if you hit it here, it goes straight into the tank, not meeting so much armor, because it actually isn't there, because the optics have to go through something. So you need to hit it somewhere into this area to get only 75mm of armor to penetrate, because there is nothing else in your way. And that's pretty much the spot I wanted to show you. The thing is, really you need to aim very carefully, because if you don't, you will bounce, or you will do a hit but nothing else. So that's the tricky part of this spot. And also 75mm gun, so you can penetrate it with anything on pretty much even to 500 meters. You can penetrate it, but you need to aim and be lucky. So let's take a look how it looks like with all these guns I mentioned before. Okay, so first I go with Tiger. I am in this very spot. It penetrates, you can see it goes right on the place I wanted it to, and the T-34 is dead by one shot. But also notice this, that with Tiger 1 you don't have to hit the proper spot, because it sometimes might penetrate even if you don't hit it. Now with the Panzer 4, great spot, and it penetrated, killed the gunner. Now this one is a Hetzer. You see, I will slow this down and show only the kill cam. It goes in, it goes straight to the spot I wanted it to, kills most of the crew members. It means that it kills the tank. That's the spot you want to aim for. And here you will be able to see, this time I penetrated the spot I should not be able to penetrate, I think, with Panzer IV, but now I am not able to hit the proper spot, and that's how it looks like. It bounces off. In normal battle it would give you some research point for hits, but it means nothing. This one were misses actually because I have killed only one crew, and this gunner is really blind. But now I hit the proper spot and I finished the tank off. So that's why I said that you have to aim really carefully, because if you don't, it probably won't work unless you are very lucky. Now let's go for the second one. Okay, so the second one, in my opinion, this one is kind of like survival spot. It doesn't mean that you will be able to kill the T-34-85 easily, but it might save your life. Because the spot I wanna go in, well, it's not so much even a spot because it's pretty much the whole turret, but you wanna go for the turret in case that you really don't see anything else, because it would be stupid to go for the turret if you can shoot at this spot. Yeah, pretty much it can save your life, because this one here you need only 90mm of penetration, so if you are kinda close to it with anything, you will be able to penetrate, or at least you should be able to penetrate, unless you are unlucky and you will get really bad bounce. But as you can see, this here, where right in the middle, this spot, it has only 1° angle, so yeah, you should be able to penetrate it. And if you penetrate this one, it doesn't mean that you will kill the enemy, because there is some ammunition, but chances that you will blow up this ammunition while hitting it from the front are very small. The thing you are going for, if you are going for this spot here, is gunner. If you kill the gunner, he pretty much can't shoot at you, and it gives you some additional time to get in better position, maybe better angle, and take a shot at something else. But also, as you will see on videos, if you take a shot here, you penetrate, you should be able to wound gunner and commander pretty much. If you are lucky enough, maybe a driver or loader. But if you are not, you've got additional 10 seconds, and what you want to do during the 10 seconds is that you want to go for the second side of the turret. If you don't have chance to move around, meanwhile, as he can turn his turret, you want to go for this second side. Here you want to again penetrate this one, and you will wound the loader if you haven't wounded him before. If you have wounded the loader before, you don't need to go after this spot. And if you wound loader, you want to go again back for this side of a turret and again penetrate this. The reason for it is that as you wounded gunner and commander before, maybe even killed one of them, they need to be replaced, and it means that machine gunner should go up here and replace them, theoretically. But if you will shoot here again and wound them again, it pretty much means that you have destroyed, killed most of the crew members, and the tank will be combat ineffective or crew knockout. That's why I call it a survival spot, because it doesn't mean you will kill it by one shot, but it means that you can survive if you will penetrate, because he won't be able to shoot at you. So let's see how it works in practice. Okay, so let's start with the Tiger. See, I'm aiming for the turret. I haven't aimed for the spot I've shown you, because Tiger 1 can penetrate the T-34-85's turret even on a different spot, but pretty much it works the same way. I killed his crew, broke his turret drives, and that's it. Now with the Panther, again turret, this one broke his horizontal, vertical, gunner, and I think it was commander. Again, now I destroyed his cannon breach, which means he won't be able to shoot with repairs. Again, next shot, the same spot, but haven't done much damage this time because everything was already damaged. And the last shot wounds his gunner again, and he is dead. Now Panzer IV, again first shot penetrating this spot, gunner, commander. Now going for the second side, just a little hit for the cannon breach, not much, but yeah, that's what it is look like. If you are shooting a turret, you don't have to penetrate every time, especially if your gunner is blind. Now another shot, loader, slightly wounded gunner, which means that he will be loading for a long time, and finishes him off with a shot at his gunner, which is wounded again, and it means the tank is down. Now gunner, commander, vertical and horizontal turret drive. This one is the Jagdpanzer 4 actually. And now shooting to another side, cannon breach red, he needs to repair, it will take him some time, so you've got time to shoot and finish him off by knocking out his crew. This shot haven't done much damage, but whatever, I still got plenty of time because he would be repairing in normal battle. He wouldn't be able to shoot at you. And finish him off, shooting at the other side, killing the gunner. So that was the second weak spot, or at least survival spot. But now for the something that can be actually called really weak spot. Most of the time it will mean insta-death, and it's from the sides, both sides, from this side here and from the other side as well, this position. And the reason for it is because first, there's a fuel tank. Second, there is a really not so thick armor, only 49 millimeters, even after the slope. And then there are 3 crew members, so if you penetrate this one, you get a really huge chance that you will knock out all of them, plus one of these guys, either machine gunner or driver. Also, if you shoot here, there's a chance that you will set the enemy on fire, and let's be honest, fuel tank here, ammunition here, chances that it will blow up from that fire really fast is really high. So let's see how it works and how it looks like in game. Okay, so again we start with a tiger, aiming for the spot, shooting, killing 4 crew members and setting him on fire, which means that he burned down. Now with the panther, first shot sets him on fire, commander, loader and gunner, plus horizontal turret drive if I'm not mistaken. And the second shot finishes him off by setting him on fire again, and he just burned down. This one is Panzer 4, shooting at the spot, killing his gunner so he wouldn't be able to shoot at you, also doing some little damage to the fuel tank. Second shot and he blows up, and at least his fuel tank blows up. Now with the Hetzer, setting him on fire with the first shot, killing his gunner so he wouldn't be able to turn his turret. Second shot, setting him on fire again, broken his horizontal turret drive so he would have even harder time to turn that freaking turret. And the third shot finishes him off by killing his crew members and burning down. Now with the Jagdpanzer, again first shot from the other side, setting him on fire, his horizontal turret drive is broken. Now aiming again, taking a second shot and he's done. Again set the fire and he burned down. So that's the third weak spot. And the fourth weak spot is the weak spot on turret from both sides, and it's a weak spot you wanna go after if you are facing the front of the T-34-85 but his turret is not facing you. So the weak spot is basically here. There are only 56mm of armor from both sides, as you can see. And what's behind it? Well, behind it's ammunition. This one is pretty much one shot, one kill, I'd say, if you hit it right, because if you hit this ammunition it blows up immediately. Let's check it out. So let's start with the tiger again, and this is a little funny because my first shot completely missed the place I wanted to shoot at, so I done some critical damages but haven't hit the ammunition. But the second shot is aimed properly and direct hit to ammunition, which means the T-34-85 is done. With Panther it's the same. The same applies for Panzer 4 as well, you can see it right here. With Hetzer nothing changes, the spot is always there, you just need to aim for it and go for it. And Jagdpanzer 4, the same spot again, ammunition hit, T-34-85 blows up. Alright, I know I said that the previous one is the last weak spot, but there is one more I wanna show you, but this one is little harder to aim for because you need to know how to count to 3, and plus you need to know to aim really carefully. The weak spot is placed somewhere around here, from this height to this, and it's only between the second and the third wheel from both sides. And if you hit the T-34-85 here, you will go through the one ammunition spot, second ammunition, and maybe even some fuel tank hit, but nothing much. That ammunition should cause that the T-34-85 blows up, as you will see right now. Okay, so with the Tiger 1 you saw aiming for that spot, shooting, and the ammunition blows up. Same goes for the Panther, ammunition, and also weapons 4, second and third wheel, the exact same spot, ammunition blows up. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, please press the like button. Also, if it helped you and you wanna stay in touch and see more where to shoot videos, subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you next time.